So everyone's putting it out there these days to get out there and follow your passion, leave your 9 to 5 and go and start your own business. And it's really cool to see that so many people are doing this. And yet others, while they love the idea of starting a business, they got stuck. They're unsure maybe of what kind of business to start. Perhaps they just don't know how to take that first step and where to go to start their business. Or maybe they're just too scared and they're just really afraid of making a mistake. Could be the biggest mistake in their life. So many uncertainties are out there when you look at starting a business that it really triggers this inner feeling of frustration, uncertainty, stress, self-doubt, and there's just enormous tension around what to do, how to do it. And many people, because they get into this situation, just get stuck in what I call the entrepreneurial limbo. But then on the other hand, there are others who have taken that jump into business, and sometimes they've even been really successful, but then they've found out that the business they've jumped into doesn't suit them. And so they find themselves stuck in a different situation. Knowing they're meant to do something different, they are maybe just not able to move out of that comfort zone they've created for themselves, because this is what they've always done. Because their business at the moment is actually going really successfully, and they're uncertain that if they take this new step into doing something that they are passionate about and really want to do, that they don't really know if they've got it to make it happen. And so again, they also get stuck. Now, I can relate to both of these, especially the second one, because that was me many moons ago. My husband and I had a successful business, 2 beautiful daughters, and on the outside, everything was swimming along nicely. And yet deep down, I knew that the business I was in just wasn't for me. Successful, yes, and yet not fulfilling and totally lacking any purpose for me. Now, it took me a tragedy to actually get me to spring and take action in the right direction for me, to actually get out there and follow my intuition and create a business around who I was and what I wanted and the lifestyle that I really desired to have and the success I desired. And that's what I don't want for you. I don't want you to wait for a tragedy to springboard you into success. I want you to know that you can have a lifestyle and a business that is completely aligned to you and who you are. And that's why we're here today with this topic. I want to give you 3 tips that not only served me back there in the beginning, but they go on serving me whenever I look at making a transition in my business or growing my business or trying something new. 3 tips that I share with all my clients, and actually I share with anyone who will listen to me, because I believe these are the real pillars when it comes to creating a business and a lifestyle around who you are and what you want to do. And so first tip, number 1, is identify your ideal, your perfect lifestyle. Now, this is just to get in there and really dream about what it is that you're looking for in your perfect lifestyle. What does it look like? What does your ideal day look like? Where would you like to be working? Who would you like to work with? How many hours do you want to work? Be really specific in these areas and just let the questions dwell for a while with you so that you can really get a really good idea of what you want your lifestyle to look like. Because then it means that when you actually have a business idea, you can actually merge them together and you'll be able to create for you that ideal lifestyle around your ideal business. And while it may not seem the right step in the beginning, when you clearly identify this ideal lifestyle for yourself, you will help create for yourself a great foundation for your business. Now, I just want to put a side note in here, that it's really key that you learn to follow your intuition when it comes to this. Trust yourself. You know what you desire and what you deserve. And so really make sure that you don't just do what everyone else is doing. Get really clear on what you want for you. And so number 2, get really clear on who you really are and what you love to do and who you love to be. Now, this is something that I never really understood the value of until later on in my journey. And then after I began my first business, or even when I went into my second business, that's when I became hooked on the value of learning more about who you are, about my personality traits, my values, my likes, my dislikes, my strengths and my challenges, about my communication and how I communicate well or where I don't communicate well, about the skills I have innately within me, and yet the skills I've also learned along the way in my journey. A whole lot of personal development really, really gives you an insight into not only the business you're suited to, but it also helps you highlight the roles of business that might light your fire and what might not, so that it will ensure that as you build your business around your own unique ways of being, around who you are, you will mold that business to fit you better, and whatever it is. Because being an entrepreneur, I believe, is an evolutionary process. You need to grow, which means you need to grow yourself and grow your business together. And so the clearer you are on who you are and what it means to what you like to do, who you like to be, what it is that really lights your fire, then you will then be able to combine both the business you desire and the lifestyle you deserve to have a great success when it comes to putting them together. And so this leads into number 3. You need to know your definition of success. If you're planning to start a business, you need to take the time to truly define what success means for you. When will you know you've reached success? For many people, it's a big, big business, with lots and lots of people working for them. For some people, it's making that ultimate $1 million, £1 million, or whatever it might be. For others, it might just be able to lead a stressful life. Whatever it is for you, really identify and define what success means for you. For me, success has never been about size. It's always been more, first and foremost for me, about freedom. Business gives me the opportunity to pursue the choices I want to make in life and to spend time with who I want to spend time with in my life. So don't get stuck in a business that you might start to despise later on because it doesn't fit with who you are. It doesn't provide the rewards you desire, and it just isn't you when it comes to being successful. Because there are a lot of unhappy, rich, successful people out there who have totally lost focus on what is truly important to them along the way. And so today, these are just 3 pillars that I would really like you to look at, and I look at them in more detail in my Reset and Start Afresh training. Because owning your own business is never going to be a get-rich-quick scheme. If you want to be successful, it will cost you. It will cost you in time, investment, energy, and in developing yourself and who you are and what you want to achieve. And believe me, I know you have so much untapped potential in you, because we all have. So take the time to get really honest with yourself. Tap into your potential and get rid of any of that dead weight that's surrounding you, and really look at these 3 key areas. Getting to know yourself and who you are, getting to know your personality, and getting to know the type of business you really, really want to be, and what does success mean to you. And then take control of your life, and once you've got clear on it, get out there, take action, and create the business that you really want on your terms, because there's no better way of doing it. So dream big, don't settle, and then get out there and take action. Ka kite anō everyone, wherever you may be in the world, make it awesome.